Well, listen, we all have got to admit in some way, shape, fashion, or form that these Democrats are evil. This corrupt president, Joe Biden, is using everything at his disposal to do whatever he can to stop former President Donald Trump from regaining the office. I mean, I've never seen the DOJ, the FBI, and all these other alphabet soup organizations weaponized not only against the former sitting president or the former president of the United States, but also against the people. Every time you turn around, we have something that's going on concerning bump stocks or pistol braces or just something that's going. I mean, something. All this is happening under Biden, along with open borders, along with high inflation, along with everybody's savings is dwindling, along with more printing money. Let me tell you, I'll give you a revelation right now. The United States of America, we're going to turn around and look one day, and we're going to see that we're $60 trillion in debt, and we're going to have the same behavior now as we did back then when we were $33 trillion in debt. You know why? Because they don't have a solution to balance the budget. They don't have a solution to stop spending the money. There is no solution. And the country is literally owned by foreign entities. Who is this Federal Reserve? Because most people out there don't realize that this Federal Reserve, it ain't no different than Federal Express. It's nothing but a private corporation. It's a private entity that is actually running and putting the whole country in hock. And they don't care who's in office. As long as they control the money, they control the country. And I tell you, that's what's going on. How long it's going to be? I mean, after all, the United States of America has pretty much done had its history run. But the one thing about the Republicans is that they've got to be a whole lot more tenacious and have a hell of a lot more tenacity the next time that they have the majority in both House and Senate, and including the presidency. They have got to be relentless concerning policies. They have got to, they got to do, and I'm not saying worse than the Democrats, but whatever they know that is right for the country, they need to be relentless in doing it. Because these Democrats, these boogers are doing everything they can to try to steal this election, including, think about this. Let's just tell the truth. No matter what side of the fence you on, it's not George W. Bush, Barack Hussein Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and the Biden mafia family. Are they not really truly guilty of a hell of a lot more than what Trump is? I mean, these are just, I hate to be funny here, but these are trumped up charges. And they're not going to stick. It's a shame. And then you get on some of these talk shows. See, I have a balance here. I listen to both of them. I listen to the Democrats and the Republicans, and I listen to the hypocrisy on both sides. And it's hard for me to speak about much of the hypocrisy on the Republican side because the Democratic side is just so pronounced and so profane. It's right there in your face, and unapologetically too. I mean, just nothing but moral corruption and moral decay, spiritually bankruptcy, and really, truly just don't give a damn. And including the people who are the head of these organizations. I mean, judges, they're supposed to be there to do the Constitution. They're doing an agenda. They don't care about the Constitution. FBI directors, Department of Defense. I mean, you can go on and on and on. It's all being weaponized against the people, first and foremost, and it's being weaponized against the former president. And Trump is right, regardless of what people say. Trumped up charges, all to try to get him to make sure that he does not run. And if you look on the Republican side, I don't care how many candidates. Man, it's getting pretty thick out there, isn't it? I mean, I don't care how many candidates put their hat in for the ticket for the presidency of the United States of America. As long as Trump has his name on the ballot, all the rest of them can forget it. None of them can galvanize a support base like President Trump. And we all know it's true, whether you like it or not. They can't do it. They don't get the crowds. They don't get the support. And that's because if you're looking at this from a political perspective, I said from a political perspective, not a moral perspective, but a political perspective. The truth is, Trump has done better than any sitting president we've had in the history of this country. And I know a lot of people hate it. And then I get a lot of people on here. Yeah, you vote for Trump. Okay, so let me run this down for y'all. And you don't even know who I voted for, but let me run this down for you. How's your life faring under Joe Biden with these high interest rates? How's your life faring under Joe Biden with these high gas prices? I mean, up and down, up and down, up and down. How is your pocketbook doing when you go to the store? Because the one thing is not happening. Your wages is not keeping up with the inflation in this country. And how are you doing now that many of your government subsidiaries has run out? Your EBT cards is being cut. Your welfare has been cut. And some of you pretty soon ain't no longer going to be on the books. How are you faring now? How are you doing with less money in your pocket? While you still out there hollering LGBTEFGHIJKLMNOP soups and everything else, and you got all these alternatives opinion. The truth is, if you're truthful, we are doing 1,000% worse under Joe Biden and this administration. As a matter of fact, I can actually say this and be truthful. This is the worst presidency that I have ever experienced in my lifetime. And I'm telling you, well, who was in office? Let me see. Johnson, Ford, Nixon, Carter. I think I'm missing one. Reagan, Bush, Clinton. I probably done lost count now. What else we had? Obama, Trump, Biden, and here we go again. And it's been funny to watch this country. Democrats win one term. Republicans win the next one. Democrats win another one. Republicans win the next one. The Democrats win the next one. The Republicans win the next one. The Democrats win this one. The Republicans win that one. Isn't it crazy? The mental gymnastics, the soup for minds that we have in this country. But this is the worst president that we have ever had in the history of this country. And did y'all see him the other day at the Air Force Academy? He walked right past the person he's supposed to be saluting as if he was talking to an invisible person, tried to shake hands with the air, and then literally walked off the stage into thin air and busted his ass again. It is embarrassing. It is seriously embarrassing. And I know the rest of the world saying, what is really going on? You mean to tell me that out of all the intelligent people allegedly we got in America, that is the best we can do? See, this is the reason why people believe that there's a shadow government. This is the reason why the people are believing that there is something gravely wrong, extraordinary wrong, because there is no way in the hell that the American people elected that thing or selected. Or I know that and look at the press secretary. Ooh, mercy. No wonder Psaki resigned. Couldn't tell no more lies no more. But man, this is sickening what we have going on. Well, I wonder how the climate is going to change, especially as we get closer and closer to this presidential election. But I can tell you right now, the stock market is down. It's been going up lately. That's only because they said we're going to print some more money, so then the stock market it rolls. Isn't it crazy? How you doing with these interest rates, though, really? You notice that ain't nobody buying any homes? And even up here in this rural area that I'm at, these people up here in this country area where there's nothing but just hills and lands and trailers and all kind of other stuff. Listen, they're trying to put prices on the land up here as the same prices they have down there in Franklin County and Williamson County, where all the country music stars and the football players and the professionals, the doctors and the fluent doctors and lawyers on that land. Can you believe they're trying to sell this stuff up here and putting a price tag on this stuff up here? As what is really going on? This land is nowhere near worth what that is. I think what it is that we have an influx of people from California that'll come out here, and they're used to paying these exorbitant prices for dismal amounts of property and homes. And I guess the realtors are telling them that because nobody here in the South is budging to rush to go pay 8.7% on a mortgage. And then if you go and try to get a CD, I mean, you're going to get better than what you did 2 or 3 years ago. At one time, it was 0.05 interest that you would get on the return of your investment. Now you get 5%. That means the bank, man, they're cutting out 3, isn't it? Man, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. But anyway, ending this, boy, they sure hate Trump, ain't they? The Democrats are doing everything they can to try to get him. And you know what they're doing? They're polarizing the American people. They're galvanizing the American people to all but jump and do 100% support. There's going to be more people support for Trump than ever has been. Watch and see.